This video was brought to you by Stormberg, ABRP Route Planner, MisterGreen, Kempower and Marcus Bil. Yo, what's up? We are now sitting in Kia EV6. So you guys had a little intro there where I shut my mouth, and now I'm gonna start talking. So we are now around Frankfurt, and we are driving. This is a pre-production or prototype, so I have to be careful with the car, but also it will give me an impression of what it feels like to drive it. And you guys heard the sounds in the beginning, just get an impression. That's the ASMR part. So now I should start commenting about this one. So you see, it is very similar to Ioniq 5 in the screen here, the user interface here. It's like sitting in Ioniq 5. The whole user interface here, I guess they reuse it. And then when it comes to many of the stuff here resembles Ioniq 5. But what I was told, I spoke with a guy at Kia. He is really a petrol head. He's been working on the suspension on the EV6, and he says that the EV6 suspension is not like the Ioniq 5 suspension. They have tuned it to be they've tuned it to be more sporty. but also at the same time comfortable. We are now in the unrestricted zone, but unfortunately it's 5:49 in the afternoon, so we have a little bit of afternoon stau, but at least on this stretch we should be able to avoid most of the stau. So I check also my mirror, always check the mirror. I have a car behind me, somewhat far behind. I'm gonna just slow down a little bit and then floor it. Okay, this is the GT line, by the way. It's not the GT, the fastest version, so it has, I don't remember the spec, but it has around 300 something horsepower, if I remember correctly. So now I'm in sport mode. We're doing 160 kilometers per hour legally, and you can hear it. This car is quiet. We're even on wet roads. Wait, am I driving a Korean car, or am I driving a German electro auto? I get similar feel as, okay, now we come to 120 zone, so maybe I shouldn't be camping the left lane too much. Over here, they actually, the Germans, they have 80 zone. Oh, okay, there might be some Baustelle coming out soon. Okay, maybe I'll move in there. Okay, let me see, maybe, okay, let me blink. I don't want to camp in this lane too long, so let's blink in here. Follow the locals. But okay, let me focus on the talking. So unfortunately for me, where I'm not in my home turf, so I'm actually kind of lost where I am. I know roughly that the airport is to the right here, but I have to focus more on also where I'm going. But I tried to make this video. This is like the first impression, the first time I drive the EV6. It's just a pre-production prototype, whether they call it prototype. But I'm quite impressed of how it rides. You guys heard it in the beginning also. When you go over bumps, try to get a feel here. How do I put this? It rides over the bumps without... Sometimes I feel like we have air suspension, but it's not air suspension. It's actually just regular suspension, and not electronically adjusted. But they have done some genius engineering and development on the suspension to make it ride nice. And I feel like, well, I haven't really tossed it around corners because we are just on Autobahn right now. But I feel like it feels a little bit sportier than Ioniq 5, but at the same time comfortable. I get almost the same feeling riding this EV6 as I get when I tested the e-tron GT or Taycan, but those are more expensive suspension. Okay, well, now we have a slightly rougher tarmac, and I can feel the noise from the surface a little bit more. So okay, maybe not the best soundproofing, maybe not on the same level as Audi, but as long as the tarmac is smooth, then it's a smooth ride. So when it comes to the infotainment and all that stuff here, okay, the speed is picking up, 160, 170 kilometers per hour on wet roads, 170 kilometers per hour. How about acceleration? Okay, I have not many cars behind me. Okay, I don't want to do 200 here and wet. Okay, let's try to. Okay, yeah, you see. Yeah, I'm actually being a bad German driver right now because I'm hugging the left lane. I shouldn't be doing that. But let's just try to go for it. Okay, we hit 180 kilometers per hour. I'm also testing the regen, quite strong regen. I was told it can regen 150 kilowatts. They don't brag too much about regen, but that's fine. So in this kind of road conditions, I don't feel like going too fast. So I guess what I can do is, I shouldn't be fiddling around too much while I'm there. Let me get over to this lane. This should work just the same as, yeah, it works just the same as the Ioniq 5. The buttons, the feel, the cruise control, adaptive cruise control, everything now. So now we have set the cruise control. Let me set it to, let's say, 110 kilometers per hour. It's doing auto steer and adaptive cruise control for me. Seems to be good. Stays fairly centered. Maybe jiggles a little bit left and right. Okay. All right, let me see. Let me try to get back. So now we are heading towards Frankfurt again. Well, one thing I noticed, well, is it really a problem? Nah, maybe I'm just not too familiar with the car yet. Okay, let's go. Now I'm in normal mode, not in sport mode. So it has a nice push, nice acceleration. Okay, we're doing 160 kilometers per hour, 170, 180 kilometers per hour. I'm just following traffic. Oh, okay, I feel a little bit of... the wheel seems to be shaking a bit. Could be one of the wheels are out of balance. I'm not sure if it's the front. Could be one of the front wheels slightly unbalanced, because at these speeds, 130, 140, 150 kilometers per hour, I feel a shake. Yeah, and now when we're doing 125 kilometers per hour, then I don't feel the shake. It starts higher up there. So that kind of ruins the experience a little bit, but it's not the car, most likely. It's just that one of the wheels are not balanced. And unfortunately, I have somewhat limited time here with the car. There was some other journalists who were able to test the car also before me. And now we are, like I mentioned, in the afternoon. Well, it's 9 minutes past 6 now. So we just have to enjoy the time. I have about 50 more minutes with the EV6, and total time roughly only 1.5 hours with the EV6. So let's see, in 3.8 kilometers I'm supposed to exit. Yeah, let's exit and go back to where we're supposed to go to. Maybe if I have time, maybe I'll hook up the OBD dongle, because we could poke at the numbers. But again, I'm not sure how interesting it will be, because we're not charging, we're not testing any Ioniq stuff, because the way to the Ioniq charger is a bit busy, the roads. So I don't actually have time to test it, and I want to test it properly once I'm back in Norway anyway. But every time I just press the accelerator a bit, it just goes, and this is not even the fastest version. It seems to have good power, good acceleration, even on highway speeds. So, yeah. Okay, it keeps... yeah, every time I change lane and the car behind is a certain car length, it will beep at me. Maybe because it detects that it could be a possibly dangerous. But around town, it's the ride is quite good and it's comfortable. You see, over those small bumps, it almost floats over them. Almost like we have air suspension, but it's not. And in curves, it doesn't. Well, let me just get a feel. It doesn't roll too much in the curves. What about if I floor it with it? Okay, no. Oh, it doesn't. You know, it doesn't dip that much. Like some cars with too soft suspension, it would dip. So they are like I heard from Kia. They're trying to tune the EV6 to be more sporty, not too much of a boat, but still comfortable. I have to say, I like the suspension. The reason why I talk so much about suspension is because I talked to a guy from Kia about suspension. So you might feel a difference between the EV6 and the Ioniq 5 in that regard. But still, it's a spacious car, slightly less spacious than when it comes to the headroom, you know, versus Ioniq 5. Can I turn around here, or can I go here? But absolutely a car I like driving. Let me go over here. I'm a little bit lost in the tango right now. Okay, go. All right. The steering wheel feels good. It has some buttons on it, of course. We have the pedals here. Center place. We have this armrest in the center console. It's not adjustable, I think, but it gives me sufficient support. However, is it too hard? No, I think it's okay. Some center console armrest tends to be a bit hard. This one has perfect softness. I have to say that the Germans, they are really civilized people when it comes to driving. They try. The level of cooperation in the traffic flow here is just amazing. Before I start the video, I tried to exit the driveway, and people let me get into the traffic even though there was a little bit of stau. And just like you saw there, there was a car stopped at one lane, and then we just help each other out. And people don't hug the left lane over here. This is Deutschland. Seems like the education for driving here is higher than average for the rest of the world. But okay, so now we are just on surface streets. I will try to. I navigated back to the place where I started driving, and I will just get an impression of what it feels like to drive around here. See, there's some bumps over here. I guess it doesn't make too much sense to drive around a track or toss this car around corners, because I think people who are interested in buying EV6, they just want a spacious and quiet and comfortable family car. So I should try to give you guys the answers to your questions, right? So, but the thing is that I'm not sure what you're looking for. We already tried the high speed, which is some noise with it. I love the suspension. It's the whole one pedal driving is also quite convenient. It makes it easy to drive around town, but also to drive other places like the highway. But fortunately, with the pedals here, you can change. If you don't want, that's the thing, you know, if you don't like one pedal driving, well, no problem. You can just actually turn off the regen, and it has it to, so it will just coast when you let off the pedal. We can try that once it turns green. Wait, I have to go back there, and there's a bit of stau on the way back. Okay, well, we can go there. We will take another highway on the way back there. Oh, okay. When I start accelerating, there's this delay, or well, I guess it's just a matter of preference of what you're used to. But I felt there was a little bit of delay before the car started rolling. You just have to get used to it, because for some cars, let's say Tesla, it's been tuned maybe slightly more aggressive, so that when you floor it, it goes more, you get more power. So it's just that my muscle memory has been tuned more towards Tesla. But it's no big deal, really. You can still get fast off the line, especially in sport mode. Everything changes. It becomes more crisp, more instant. So I have to now get in here, I think. And we enter the Autobahn. And the sounds you hear, they are quite familiar. If you've been driving Kia, oh, we have to yield here. If you've been driving Kia, let's just get in. Oh, okay. There's one thing I noticed. Every time I look back here, almost as if the blind spot. I'm not sure if it's the B pillar or the C pillar or something, that maybe it's just me, but sometimes I feel like something is blocking parts of the blind spot here. That's probably just nitpicking, really, no big deal. But just driving around town now with auto hill hold and one pedal driving, it's the way I like it. It might not be for you. By the way, we should try it. Switch off. There, zero regeneration. Yeah, it just coast. There's no regen now, you see? I'm letting off the pedal and then this is roll. So in case you want that kind of feel, you can also get it. So at least that's good. but when it comes to the ride, it can't be adjusted. It's not, yeah, like for example, the adjustable dampers on the ID4 GTX or yeah, those cars. It's just fixed, but on the other hand, the way it rides, I like it. It's purposely run over some bumps here. Yeah, ooh. Nice. Let's try this one. Yeah, should try to just run over as many bumps as possible. Where am I supposed to go in here? I came a little bit late. Oh, shit. Okay, let me see. How do I get in there even? I guess I can go back. Let me check the backup camera. Oh, yeah, we have this GTA style backup camera. I'm not sure if it's visible in camera, but I think I need to. Oh yeah, I need to back up into the stall thing. Okay, Achtung, ich komme, Helga. Okay, there's full turn here. Let's go inside. Oh, 360 camera is quite useful right now. So we're gonna go back in here. This is where Kia has their setup for press people. Okay, I might run into the bush. Let's move. Now you guys, oh yeah, this is so cool. Holy, this is awesome. The way, yeah. Okay, let's back it in here. So maybe I should take a. Should I poke at the Jeep? Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna try to plug it in the OBD and see what we get. Let me just park it in here first in the tent. Okay, roughly like that. Park. And there you have it. Wait, are they going out? Wait, should I go further back in? Can I go deeper? A little bit. There. Okay, in case they need to get out there. But this should be. I need to cover the interior in another video, and also I'm not sure if this is going to be the final one for EV6 anyway. But again, like I mentioned, everything here just looks and feels like the Ioniq 5. You can change the mode and you can change settings here. But I should mention that yeah, on this drive, we averaged, the consumption was 275 watt-hour per kilometer, but you guys know we were hammering it and so on, so don't care too much about the consumption. All right, a little bonus. I hooked up the OBD link in here at the OBD2 port, and here we have car scanner. So we see here state of charge BMS 40. Wait, click there. So that's the BMS, the real state of charge, and then we have state of charge display. Yeah, that's the display. Yeah, it's 38. Yeah, okay. We're pulling 600 watts roughly. Here's the battery voltage. You guys are seeing it. This is similar to Ioniq 5 current voltage. Okay, the 12 volt. We have the temperature and the battery here. Not too cold, too hot or cold. Cumulative energy charge, yeah, 1,500 kilowatt hours. So if we go back here and go to all sensors, in case you want to see, these are all the variables that is being displayed in the car. Current time. Is there anything you want to see here? I think not much going on. Battery inlet temperature. Now this one must be incorrect. 57 degrees. No. It's not trying to heat up the battery. Battery modules. Okay, 20 degrees. Something that was after drive. Energy charge, discharge. Okay. The voltage, isolation resistance, maximum cell voltage. I'm not sure. Just showing you guys this in case you want to know. Operating time, 707 hours operating time. What is the odometer, by the way? 4,900. No, my bad. We average 7 kilometers per hour, which means that this car has been mostly standing still, maybe just for show or whatever, and it hasn't been driving that much. State of health, 100%. Okay, how is the cell voltage? 3.6. So 3.6 volt at 38% in the pack, or at least displayed. And if you keep scrolling down, there's all the cell. Oh, how many? How many do we have? There. Calc. Yeah. So not much to show you. We just hook it up and see. I guess it would be more interesting to see this stuff once we actually start driving. So of course, if I get my hands on the EV6 and we do test, range test, 1000 kilometer challenge, then it will be more interesting to see what's going on. So yes, that was a nice bonus, so you guys can see. So I think that's going to be it for now. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. As always, thank you for watching and talk to you later.